day.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 155, Nasdaq down 6, S&P's down 12, gold contract up $51, trading $19.46 an ounce. You get silver up $1.28, $27.69 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 15 cents, $48.67 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up down 3 ticks, 137.31. The 30-year off 17 at 172.21. And King Dollar down 285 ticks, trading 89.654. Euros at 122. Yen is at 103.07. The British pound's at 135 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2021.
Yeah. What a way to kick it off, man. Well,
where do we start? That's everywhere.
Even though we don't trade Bitcoin, we start with Bitcoin. Okay.
Perfect. You got to with this, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, we can go to Tesla, I guess, too. I was listening to your program.
And that was the two I had in my head. So go ahead. We'll start with Bitcoin. Man. That was the two, though. Yep.
If we take a look at Bitcoin, folks, okay, this is just something else, man. I mean, you know, you talk about volatility. Bitcoin, you know, well, let's see. So yesterday it got up to, what, 34,792. That's what I have.
Is that what it made it to? Okay.
Yeah. Last night it crashed down to 28,019. And it's been just going up all day, man. I mean,
you're up $4,000 if you bought the low, man,
right.
At 5:15 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, hard to comprehend.
It's amazing. And how about Tesla?
Yeah,
maybe even more amazing.
It is amazing. It really is. Yeah, it's
because if you said to me, you know, what's more likely that Bitcoin rocks, you know, up Monday or Tesla goes up another 4 or 5%? I said, man, Bitcoin can do anything, right? But Tesla, that's getting a little frothy, isn't it? No, it's not. Just amazing. Yeah. What is the market cap it's approaching now? I mean, things, you know, if they weren't already silly enough, I'm pulling it up myself. Do you have it? Yeah. So $700 billion.
Right.
Do you remember when we struggled for so long, and not struggle, but to find the race was on for $1 trillion company, right?
Right.
One didn't even exist.
I know.
Now, of course, you have Apple at $2.3 trillion, right? That was a long time ago.
That's unbelievable.
But just to put it in context, like the world had never seen $1 trillion company up to a few years ago, I think that was. And now Tesla is just there all of a sudden, as in Tesla, you know, and just I start making those comparisons, folks, because you can buy a lot of amazing companies for $700 or $800 billion when you start doing the comparisons. You know, you want to buy like Walmart, Home Depot, like all that. You know what? That's where things get. Investors.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. And one of the targets are telling us to check out your canopy growth. There's no doubt. Look at this thing, man. You're up 10%. Interesting.
Were people at home for the New Year's as opposed to being at bars because they were closed? Maybe partaking in some cannabis? I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
I kid, but yeah, no.
It's a nice setup, man. I mean, this is what you call, folks. This is like not only a clean break, but then you put this on the weekly, man. It's a very shallow retracement after a big move. So if this is going to be an ABC, let me just look at this. 29.52. Oh, it's a big one. 13.23. So that's 16 points. 26. Is that 24? No, 24. That's $40, man. That's a $40 A to B. If this is going to be an ABC up, you'll have to take out the B point, but it's a nice setup, man. And the swing high up there is the low of the swing high is 49, going to 47.
You know, so here's what I wonder, because I was surprised to see so much exuberance this morning. Flat could be fine, right? 20 points up, I said almost like, why, really? But I've said that many times. But we have a pretty important election tomorrow in Georgia, man. And it's super close no matter what.
Right.
And the implications are just monumental. They're basically monumental either way, right? In terms of a divided government versus Democrats controlling all branches and the type of acceleration that can happen. Now, number one, you have two things, right? You either get that Republicans probably win, and that's kind of a status quo that has the market, I think, where it is. And that's what I don't think you're pricing in enough, that if you get Democrats, and then you have to figure out, does the market love the idea that if Democrats do control all houses, you'll get trillions in stimulus probably pretty quickly. You'll also get tax rises on corporations and on wealthy Americans. How's the market going to respond to that, man? I don't know, but you might see a little fear today because things look really, really close.
Well, how do you think the market would act with Ted Cruz and his whack job friends, and the Senate trying to overturn the election?
Filing a coup? I agree. Listen, we heard, go listen to Trump's, that's thankfully only a quarter of Senate Republicans are up for a coup right now.
I'm telling you, man. This is a book, folks, that you just never could have wrote. There's no doubt.
So here's, I'll say it as going to announce it anyway. Man. So I got a son on the way, probably in like a month, right?
Congratulations. That's a beautiful
Thank you
thing.
so much to everybody out there.
You should have seen how I keep my mouth shut last week when Frank from Gloucester saying, "When are you going to have a grandkid?" You listen? I was like,
I didn't hear that, but thank you, man. And it's not really a secret, but here's the thing, folks. It's 2021, and you want to have a lifetime of democracy. Yeah. And what's going on right now is very sad. And the reason why we speak up is because I have a son on the way, and because everybody should care whether you have a son on the way or not about protecting democracy. It's very, very unfortunate what's going on right now. Fortunately, there are a few Republicans standing for what's right. There's just too many right now not. And it's very, very worrisome when you have a son, and I want 10, 20 years. And I know the lines, folks. If you're out there and you're saying, but what about this? What about that? Listen to the president's phone call.
There's not a what about on this deal.
There's no room.
And folks, what happened is that, when I said on Friday that, I don't know why we grow so much, I got a couple emails saying, because you're a jerk, because you hit Trump and all this stuff. The bottom line, let's get real about this thing, man. Okay, you either want democracy or you don't want democracy. You want a king or don't want a king. And it's fine. If you want a king, well, freaking go to England, man. Change the thing and go to England. Go to somewhere else that has kings. We don't have them. Yeah. Anyway.
We can't stick to a market, folks, if we're going to live in Russia or China with, when people lose, they just go to here. So this is about the market. It's about life. And, we do more than just markets here, folks.
You know what's wild is that, and this is something it's so fragile. And this is brand new. That's the other part of this. This whole thing is brand new. A couple hundred years old is nothing, folks. A couple hundred years old are four people. That's all it is, right? Four people that are 70 years old is what, 280 years, right?
It's a scary notion, man, when people are so proudly willing to just steal things and invalidate votes and not care about the implications because their supporters don't care. So you got to stand up for what's right, folks. And everybody should. You want to protect the future, man. And then that's not the future. Be bright, be brave, get it done. Let's go.
Weird.
Yeah.
So gold, we get a little bid in gold out here. The dollar's down 242.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, man, my take is that, gold's going to all-time highs. And this contract, by the way, folks, this is 2,099 on this contract. It's got the run. It's got the wide price spread, 2,099, I think. Yeah, 2,099 is on this number.
Yep.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Do you have broken or unwanted jewelry, diamonds, watches, coins, silverware, and other collectibles that you would like to turn into cash? Tiger Precious Metals and Stones will pay fair market value. We make it easy to turn your precious metals that are sitting around in your house into cash. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245, and he will walk you through our safe and secure process. Andy has been in the business buying and selling precious metals for over 15 years. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 195. You get the Nasdaq off 17. S&Ps are off 16. And, the Tesla deal, what's so intriguing about this is that, as Tommy and I were talking, folks, okay, you'd think this is where that if you're in the marketplace, you want to use common sense. But the other side of that, you got to be really careful with common sense because, it gets put in the S&P 500. If we go back 6 months ago, okay, it was at $267. Is that right? Oh my God, it was. Yeah, and that's 700. Is that right? Did I get this on a 6 months? I do. I got it on 6 months. Okay. Yeah. So it was at $267 6 months ago. Goes in the S&P. You think that everyone that bought it that was going to buy it, okay? And guess what? No, that's not how it's going, man.
Just the timeline even, so you put it, I have it on a daily, and that too, I go back to August 11th, okay, and that's the day that they announced the stock split. It was 5-for-1, I believe. Was it 4-for-1? I believe it's 5-for-1. So $273 was the price there, and then it really pops right to 500 on that news. They're hoping it's in the S&P 500 as well. You get into the S&P 500. Now, you have gone more than a quarter, right? That's about 3.5 to 4 months that you're talking about there.
Yep.
But geez, to go from 270 to almost 750, that's almost tripling the valuation of that company. We just pulled it up; it's at about 700 billion. That means you just went from 250 billion or so to 700 billion, and you just went 3.5 months, and you stock split, and you got added to the S&P 500. Meanwhile, you added almost $500 billion of market cap on some fundamental news, but not really. Just kind of adding, what you're talking about, man.
It's still only 500,000 cars. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly.
Right.
It's exactly, and that's what they actually missed their mark. They were going for 500,000.
Right. Right.
So it was within expectation. They've just progressed 3 months, and the company's going from 270. Now, listen, the stock split brings in more people. The S&P lived up to its name. They're in there. They're in there to number 6, number 5. Biggest market cap in the whole index. But just like you said, man, anything I think I've learned last year was just always expect the unexpected. Keep your risk in accordance. Make sure you're a little bit diversified. Even if you're brilliant and you know what's going to come, you can't foresee anything. So it doesn't mean the stock can trade to 1,000 or 500 in the next week. It really doesn't.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know.
There's no doubt. If we get over to the gold market again, I'm going to show you something, folks. Okay, so if you haven't test driven the gold report, hey, listen, good time to do it. You can test drive it 30 days. What has been happening? So picture this, folks. I've been bullish, but what has worried me, even this morning and last week, is that these streamer stocks are not moving. Now, this morning, you get real gold up $3, not bad, okay? We'll see whether they get any juice going with them. Franco-Nevada, same type of deal. Now, Franco-Nevada's moving, which is great news for the gold market, up 550. Now, watch this, though. If you happen to own Barrick Gold, this is you got to wrap your head around this for a second. Barrick's up $1.50 today, okay? Good move, coming off the bottom, and that might be it, okay? But let me show you something, because I follow Fidelity all the time, and this is I'm hoping that they stop selling, okay? So you can see this. Fidelity's the top owner, 7.83%. Well, they filed and they sold another 7 million shares. They filed on the last day of the year, on the 31st. They probably sold it that week or something, because what happens once you own over 5%, folks, you got to file right away. But they've been selling for quite a while. And if I bring this down here, you're going to see in another fund, they sold, that's September. Another fund, they sold 2.68. And, depending on how long you've been listening, Fidelity is a blessing when you're going higher, and it's a curse when you're going lower. So that's something to keep in mind here. And I forgot, Tommy, do you remember who Barrick bought? I can't believe I forgot it. One of the Tigers are going to know. And I'm hoping, and I was trying to hunt it last night.
Newmont? No, that was number 2.
It wasn't, because
No, it wasn't. They overtook Newmont as the biggest, though, when they did it, right?
They did. And I think what might have happened is this, is that I know they bought Gold Corp. Oh, but hold it. Gold Corp. Yeah, they bought, okay. So what happened there, what may have happened there is this.
The Rand Gold?
Thank you. No, it's Gold. Oh, it's Randgold. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, thank you. I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, that's what's going on then. Okay, so this is better than it's Randgold, because Fidelity was always a large...
$6.5 billion.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Fidelity was always a large owner of Randgold. So what may be happening there is that when Barrick bought Randgold, it may be too much for their portfolios. You see that? You know what I'm saying? That they already owned this one and that one too much, and then all of a sudden, okay, now I got one stock, and they didn't like that,
Yeah.
We'll see, but that's a heads up, man, because if they did stop selling it, then you're really going to get some action here. There's no doubt that you get a bid underneath this thing right now, and we'll see whether this thing can really go. If you get a couple days like this in gold, folks, the ABC up. Here, you want to see the ABC up? I think it's 2,700, which. And this day and age, that wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, if
no, exactly.
Yeah. So when we take this back, you're going to see the larger ABC structure. This is pretty cool how this works out, actually, but we'll see if that's what we got going here. The larger one goes from the very top. What's that? So that's 1920 to approximately, let's say, 250. So what's that? 1700 or something? Yeah, 2,700. Approximately 2,700. And it's real possible, we've been up at these highs for like 6 or 7 months right now, right next to them.
Oh, right. No, consolidation, totally. Yeah.
If 2,700 is not the end of the world, when Bitcoin can go to 30-something thousand,
I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, let's jump over to Disney if we can for a second, because it's pulling back pretty harsh today, but I just want to go over, we talk about it all the time. So it's down 2.4% today, right out of the gate, man. We were trading actually at all-time highs pre-market.
Okay.
You're down, approaching $8 from like the high-tech pre-market. You were up to 184, you're at 176. And so something I'm just going to point out that I put to my subscribers this morning. So here's a daily of Disney, right? Now, the acceleration in the whole market, but especially companies like Disney, like Uber, that were incorporated into the reopening of things, the necessary from the months of November and December, as we both know, were amazing. So Disney, what I say is, listen, we just went from 117 to 183. If you're just talking about a 38% retracement, 157 is completely in game, and then it fills this gap too. If you're a long-term investor, that's something you have to know is completely in the cards to be possible, right? And we opened down like 2.4% today, so I'm like, no big deal, man. We were just here 2 or 3 trading days ago. Things get lofty, but again, Disney, if you put it on the weekly, I mean, you're talking about, just like you said in gold, to remove that drawing, we were trading at a price point of 142 almost 2 years ago in Disney. We're at 176, as in there's room to the upside. But anytime you get these types of runs, folks, you're crazy if you don't think you're going to get a $4 pullback sometimes just because you went up $104
for sure
last year. Yeah.
And it's so cool. I've always learned more on the pullback than going up.
Yeah. We'll pull up Uber because they have a similar after we get back, all right?
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 249. The Nasdaq's off 3. S&Ps are off 18. And we get a question in the den about, the aspect of 2020's over. People have made a lot of money. Do you think there's going to be a lot of selling in 2021? Well, Fear and greed, folks. The bottom line is that everyone that stayed long in 2020 made a lot of money. There's no reason they might not stay long in 2021 either. I know that's bubblicious, but, and listen, I'm bearish, okay, but that doesn't have nothing to do with the answer to that question because they made a lot of money. If they stay long, they might make a lot more money.
It's a great question. Everyone's thinking about it, man. We're all guessing as to how that plays out.
Exactly.
But I would have, if I had to bet either way, and thankfully I don't, I would have bet that Tesla, you might have seen some people saying, you know what, I'm going to take some profits on January of 2021. I'll pay my taxes in April of 2022, and I'll collect my, 7 times your money if you were in this in the beginning of the year, 7 times your money if you were in this even in April. You're talking about 3.5 times your money if you were in there in June. And guess what? We're up 5% today in Tesla. You would have been kicking your boots, man, if you had traded out. So
no, and watch this, folks. This is kind of an indication that we're very close to a high. So picture this. Even since I bet, okay, so the NASDAQ, I bet it's longer than that, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been shorting the NASDAQ since probably sometime in November. And the NASDAQ's up, but I've made money, and a good amount. And this is an intraday deal, folks. That's my point, okay? But, so it's hard to, it just depends on kind of how you're trading, whether you're trading for a longer-term deal, a shorter-term deal, whatever that is. What does happen, however, though, that's pretty weird when you can be up and you're still doing all right. Do you know what I'm saying? So is there going to be a pullback?
Up this much, especially.
Right. I suspect there's going to be a pullback. I definitely do not see 2008, 1994, 87, none of that stuff. It's going to be a normal pullback because I think what we are actually seeing here is inflation kicking in at a big deal and then kicked into the marketplace first, the S&Ps. And if that's what we have, the commodities are running like big time, the dollar's going down, that you will have higher prices. You just won't be able to buy more with higher prices. That's what's so tricky about numbers in general. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I say buy more, it would be outside of the United States, not inside of the United States. So we'll see where it shakes out, man.
We're seeing some interesting, almost shutdown trades, as in Zoom is up 6.2% today, quite a pop. And you have, the airlines, American's down 3.4%, Delta's down 3% right now. So maybe these numbers starting to put a little bit of fear in terms of the vaccine not rolling out as quickly, the numbers reaching record territory. I've seen videos online of New Year's Eve parties. I'm speculating, but if this takes longer than we think and the numbers spread quicker than we think, so, you're seeing those equities react today as part of this market.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. And we definitely, this new dynamic has already taken place. Did I send you that article the other, it's not, no, here it is right here. So you got Virtu Financial. They're moving to Florida too, man. Now, we got to get them moving to the West Coast, Tom. They're all moving to the East Coast. That's where all the money is anyway, folks, okay?
There's a lot of money over in the beautiful Boca, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Grande. Yeah.
And they keep moving over there. And this is going to be a permanent deal, folks, okay? Now, this financial company is one of the largest financial companies that you never hear of, okay? They just make money by the tenths of the pennies and the pennies. So listen to this. Look at this record year that they netted per day $9.6 million. Oh, that's
wow.
The quarter? I know.
Yes.
Record year, more than doubling net trading income to $1.82 billion through the third quarter. Yeah, they don't have losing days, this company, folks. So if you wonder when you're trading against the computers, this guy here started this thing. I think he's one of the first ones that just realized that, okay, I can make a penny a trade, a half a penny a trade, because what does happen, folks, is that when you're trading, when you see 4 digits, that's, well, guess what? And they're moving, and what he had in there is that the bottom line is that it's not going to be a satellite office. It's going to be a main office, even though they still have a main office in New York. You know?
Yes.
So
yeah, and that's only like 10% of their staff. I saw in there about 50 people out of 500.
Yeah.
Well, 50 people is a decent office. You know, that's what. Yeah, that's not five or 10 people that are going to man a regional office. That's a bustling office of 50 people doing big business there, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's amazing. When I was looking at it, I said, okay, they made $9.73 million. He was talking about, the CEO folks was talking about the aspect that they all seem to have about an hour and a half to an hour and 40-minute ride. That's the average in their company every day, on the way in or on the way out. And I was looking at that and I'm saying to myself, hold it, they're making so much money. That's 3 hours that they're not behind a terminal. Well, it doesn't take much that I'm sure he looked at and says, hey, you know what, man, 3 hours behind a terminal, you know, because we're not just talking they don't trade just the U.S. markets, folks. They trade the world. This
everything,
company,
right?
You know, there's 3 hours in a car. It's like, okay, why? You know, so, and I think we're seeing more of it anyway. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Some of the higher volume equities, we'll see if we get any juice out here today. Well, Apple's down $1.97. QuantumScape, whatever this is getting smoked. That's down $29. Let's see what this is. What happened to this poor stock? They manufacture automobile parts, lithium batteries. Oh, has this been a high flyer that just got smoked? Oh, it is. Oh, my God. Look at this. Yeah, we were getting calls on this.
That's quite a market capitalization, man. I think I saw $20 billion after the slide, which means that you're losing like $10 billion of, $20 billion right now.
Yeah,
which means that you just
got
shaved
calls on
off.
this, and there's no revenue. This stock has no revenue. Look at this. Zero. Yeah. Bubblicious, man. Oh, my God.
Batteries, okay.
Lithium batteries. Lithium batteries, yep. So it starts out 3 months ago at $13, and for 8 trading days ago, it's at oh, my God, it's at 132. See, this, you know, even when we look at the market, folks, and Tom, it seems like I'm almost taking it for granted that people are making money, but guess what? People are losing a lot of money too on something like that.
Right.
That's pretty intense, man.
That's the fear and greed right there, man. Right? You want to get every day, and then you want to be the guy that wakes up and it's down, you know, whatever it is, right?
Well, 8 days, 132 to 55.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. I know.
Yeah.
Dow. Let's go inside the Dow and see what's moving the Dow. So the Dow is down 210. Point-wise, we get Walmart positive 13 points, Caterpillar 8, taken away from it, Boeing minus 47, United Health 34, Disney 31, Big Mac 30. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Come right back, folks. Hi, folks, this is Tom O'Brien. Are you looking to buy or sell gold, silver, platinum, coins, or bullion? We can help. At Tiger Precious Metals and Stones, we specialize in the buying and selling of gold, silver, as well as collectible U.S. and foreign coins. We not only buy your unwanted or broken jewelry, but you can trade that in for gold and silver coins, too. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 for a quote over the phone and to lock in the current market price. Call us now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down at 284. You get the Nasdaq off 23. S&Ps are down 22. Did you get to watch any football yesterday, Tom?
I didn't, unfortunately, but I was checking out the scores throughout the day. I saw Tom Brady had a good day, man, to end the year.
I'm telling you, man. You know, these football players, folks, and the same with hockey players, they're so talented, man. It's a mind blower. You know, I don't know all their names now. I mean, like I did, seriously, because
I'm horrible with them. I know. There's too many good players, yeah.
But it blows my mind how good they are, man. I mean, you know, quarterbacks, ends, lines. I mean, it's just...
I always say, man, you don't realize how good they are because they're surrounded by so many amazing athletes themselves. Everything kind of looks normal, but the speed and the power that any professional athlete really, you know, when they devote that much time, the speed and power is just, that's why we all love watching it, man, you know, because it's just surreal. Can't wait to get back to some Lightning games, some Bucks games. It's unfortunate that Tampa's putting together a Stanley Cup team win and now quite a run for the Bucks in a year when so difficult to watch him in person, but at least we get to experience it at home. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And, you know, last night, folks, the Giants had to be going crazy because what ended up happening is that the Eagles were against Washington. The Eagles ended up going, it was 4th and 2. Instead of going for a field goal to bottom line tie.
Okay.
They went for a touchdown. They didn't get it. And it made the difference in whether the New York Giants were going to basically win the East, and Washington ended up doing it. It was just, and then they took Hurts out after that. So it was like, oh my God, you know, I was almost thinking, does the coach just don't want to get in the lineup with the Giants somehow? You know, it's like, what was the philosophy there? Do you know what I mean? It was a great game anyway.
The headline I pulled up because I was just Googling Giants players irate after Eagles appeared at a tank game costing them playoff spot.
It almost seemed it. I mean, it you know, it was like on a regular game, you'd never do that, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Anyway, it was a good Sunday afternoon football games, no doubt.
Hey, there's a lot of gamesmanship that takes place, man, in the NFL. They're competitors, and don't put it past them, right? As in the battle to get your rival, Eagles, Giants, Philly, New York, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he did. Man, Dan is telling me, I didn't know. He put in the third string quarterback in the fourth quarter.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, he doesn't owe them any favors, man. You want to be in the postseason, get it done yourself. Don't ask for any help from the Eagles or the Giants. That's what they say, right?
You're a vicious guy, Tom O'Brien.
Hey, it's the NFL. You want to be the champion of the world, man. Don't plead because
there's no doubt. You know, each day I get more respect for these players, man. I'm telling you, man. They
the
had
Patriots.
They had pictures of the linemen, folks. If you saw this game, you know what I'm talking about. They had pictures of the linemen, and they were so big, and they were so mad because they were doing their job, and
it's brutal, man. You got to. Because we don't, I've never put in that type of physical work for that long. Most people haven't. You know, the sweat and we work our butt off. All of us do. But the literal physical exhaustion that those guys go through, and it hangs on moments sometimes. But that's what makes sports so great, man. It's the greatest reality show out there, which is why we love it, because it's just so much emotion, because it's so much effort and everything they do. But we'll see. Tampa, at least. Patriots, not their season, man. I was pulling for Tampa. Tampa, the Patriots. But Tom Brady, man, adding to his legacy no matter what happens. He's had quite a year here.
No doubt. And as we're yapping away, the S&Ps just went down 15 points, folks. So let's see what's going on here. The NQs really took a hit, too. So let's see. So we're down 30. The NQs were holding up, man. And then they just tanked, man. They just hit them. So we know it's selling, that's for sure. Let me just look at this for a second. Well, we'll see whether they got an ABC. We don't have an ABC structure down yet, but bottom line is that you got some selling in here. Well, it's so wild. At the break, what I had done, folks, is I had pulled up the percentages, because I'm saying to myself, man, the Dow's down 1%, but, the NDX wouldn't move. Well, I guess it only took a few more minutes for that to happen. So there's selling out here. That's what we have happening. So
it's surprising that there was so much we crept into the new year with so much exuberance without any of the fear of just the uncertainty. And it's just fear of uncertainty with the election tomorrow, man. I think today it's kind of coming a little bit reality, man. Polls are starting to come out more and more. They have the number of people that have voted early. There's kind of more to go off there, and there's more to go off for cases, of course, as well. So maybe the two of those kind of combining to be a risk-off day ahead of an election that decides the Senate. I'm going to be watching things a lot Tuesday night, man, and it doesn't mean we're going to get it. It's going to be the same thing. We might have to have.
They say it's going to be a couple weeks, man.
Well, yeah, you're going to have the votes being counted in the same way,
Yeah.
So we might have a little bit of volatility for that period of time while that stretches out before we get some clarity.
Yeah, unless there's a blowout, right? That's
right.
That's the other side of it.
Well, as we've seen, a blowout doesn't necessarily always cause people to realize the results, but.
Oh, really? 700 million votes? No,
70.
70 million? No, 7 million. 7 million. 6 million? Yeah, right.
Yeah. I know. So we'll see, as in, clarity, but the market pays attention to reality, so they'll figure it out when reality comes about.
No doubt. So let's take a look at these cues. So NDX1, well, actually, let's see what's moving them first, because as you said a little bit earlier, it's the stay-at-home stocks that are moving them. You got Zoom up 6%. You get Moderna up 4.7. Xilinx, the chip stocks are moving. That's up 4.4, and Tesla's up 4. Taken away from it, Marriott. It blows my mind that Marriott is up this high, actually, because what happens, folks, when I do go anywhere, I stay at Marriott's because of the points and the credit card and that whole deal. And this is not a bad-looking, for the way that their hotels are closed.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are closed, folks. This is still pretty high. And then, so this morning, Tommy, I'm looking at this, and then I'm saying, man, this doesn't make any sense. And sure enough, the insiders last week sold $86 million worth of it and bought $10 million. It's like, okay,
Yeah, I mean, you just put it back on a daily chart, man. Going back January 27th of last year, prior to COVID anything, you were trading at $133. You were above that level in December.
I know.
Yeah, how does Marriott trade at a higher price in December versus where it was in January of 2020? Give me a Harvard case study on that one, please.
Totally. And what happens, folks, is that we get a beautiful Marriott down here, the Vinoy. Well, where we are in St. Petersburg, you almost wouldn't know that COVID's taken place, realistically, folks.
Is it? That's unfortunate. Wow.
Somewhat, yeah. But the Marriott's, there's nothing, there's no one in there. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the bars, the nightclubs, I know. I see some friends out in Miami. Yeah. It looks like spring break in Miami. So
yeah, we don't quite have that, but the hotels there's definitely people there. There's people on the beach. But the Marriott's, no. There's nothing there. You can, when you're driving by, you can just look over. So it's like, okay, man. Those are high-end places that just no action yet. Dow Industrial's down 313, Nasdaq's off 64, S&P's off 32, and that's what you just had here in between these our last break, folks, is that you have the other indices starting to catch up. Now we get the Nasdaq off 0.5%, S&P 0.6, and the Dow 1. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam! Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The gold report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The gold report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The gold report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the gold report now. Protect your buying power. Order the gold report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 410, Nasdaq's off 100, S&Ps are up 42, and you got some selling out here, man. Fast.
Somebody's
and
taking some tax money. I was going to say some tax selling. Somebody, because we're almost 65 points off where we're at this morning in the S&P, man. Quick moves.
Quick moves, and the good news for you gold bulls and metal bulls out here is that they're not selling that market down. And in fact, they're pushing it. Well, the gold's been up $50 all day. I mean, between 46, 52. But the equities themselves, they just pushed the gold equities up another point. You know, like AEM was up 330, now it's up 430. You got where's Royal Gold? That was up that was up 350. It's up $4. So we get some action here. So volatility kicking off. Little volatility on the way into 2021.
A little bit more expected than being up big today, coming in with all of the pressures in terms of tax selling's a real deal, man. You wait You sell today, you don't owe those taxes until 2022 April. And then you add into it the virus, you add into it the vaccination, a little bit slower than we're looking for, and you add into it an election tomorrow that decides the Senate. That's enough volatility to say maybe I'll sell a little risk right now.
Well, you can see in your show this morning, you're talking about the VIX. The VIX was right. That's the bottom line.
Anytime the VIX is rising with a rising market,
right.
Get your horns up, man, and get ready. Get your spikes up, because that's not how it's supposed to work.
No.
It's just, it doesn't mean it's going to trade lower, but man, just keep your eye on it, because that means the market's going up and people are charging more money for premium for risk.
Isn't that amazing? That option market, man, it's so bright. It's amazing.
Oh, the option market, the note and bond market, pay attention. That's right, yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We got to think of something coming up next. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave. Wait, I'll be back this afternoon. We get a full course, folks. Everyone's back home.
Everyone's back.
Thanks,
pal. 2021. Love you, man. Thanks.
Look at them, folks.